Hello everyone, it's Nisma here. I hope you're all safe and doing well in this crazy pandemic. I haven't been posting on my YouTube for the past few months now. I've had a lot of stuff going on with my exams and online classes, and I'm a very lazy person, so there's that. But hopefully, I'm back for good now. So here I'm doing a landscape in watercolors. I'm going to be doing a waterfall scenery in a forest. So right now I'm just doing a technique called underpainting, which basically just means giving a base layer to work with so that I know where everything goes and what colors to use and so on. So I have added in the blue shades into the painting, and now I'm going over with the colors burnt umber and burnt sienna, which are shades of brown, and I'm using them on the cliff of the waterfall. The thing with watercolors is that it dries lighter than what you had originally painted. So you would have to keep touching it over and over again to get the right tone that you wanted. So throughout the video you would see me going over with the layers of painting to make the colors pop out and be more vibrant, because once they dry they would be lighter and kind of dull looking. As you can see, I'm going over with the second layer of browns on the cliff. When it dried, it had become light and was dull, so I'm basically going over with a tinge of black mixed with the shades of brown and making it a bit more defined and sharper than it was before. I'm adding some more darker streaks into the waterfall so that it doesn't just look like a plain blank white surface, but more rather the presence of water is actually there. Now I'm finally adding a distant mountain in the background. Right now I'm going over with the shade of blue, which is ultramarine blue and Prussian blue, but I would be going over with a shade of green and a bit of black later on once it dries. Now I'm adding some trees into the painting, which of course is my favorite tree, which is the pine trees. I don't exactly want it to be a colorful greenish and green yellow mixed tree. I wanted it to be of a darker tone, so I'm going over with black mixed with the green, which is sap green that I have used here. Adding these small trees in the distance, and the background mountain in the distance, and the rocks and boulders in the water. These are all elements that can bring some depth into your painting, which can, that some things are further away and some things are closer. It brings a whole perspectiveness into your artwork. I'm going over the painting with some more layers and making the colors a bit more vibrant, using some more darker tones and shades, just layering it over and over again once I like the settled tones. And I have begun the detailing parts. I have added some shadows and highlights into the trees. Another thing about watercolors is that you have to start painting from lighter shades into the darker tones, because you won't be able to use the lighter tones on the darker tones, because it's kind of hard for the lighter tones to pop up on the darker tones. But since I have actually painted this from a darker tone to a lighter one, I have used acrylic paint as my highlighting colors, white and yellow on the trees. I have used acrylic paint, and in most of my paintings I do actually use acrylic paint for the highlights, because I think it is more vibrant, and I think it's better to use that, for me at least, because I think the colors stand out better with the acrylic paint. I'm basically touching up everything, adding some more details and highlights into the trees, adding some shades of white and a bit of yellow into the trees, and the rocks too, they need a bit of highlights as well, and just going all over the painting, adding shadows and highlights, just touching up the whole thing to tap the whole painting together. I'm finally going over that far off mountain with a shade of green and a bit of black mixed into it. As I said, I didn't exactly want it to be blue, so I'm going for a more subtle look. And now I'm adding a bit of trees and into the distance. And finally the painting is done, and this is my favorite part of the whole process, the peeling of the tapes. It is so satisfying to see the whole painting just reveal itself in front of your eyes when you're simply just peeling off the tapes. The painting is completed, it is revealed, and I'm so happy with the way it has turned out. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, do drop a like, do share, and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!